Hi, I'm Jacob. I'm a designer and I would rate MODX 5 from 5, and for more review click below. Before I started to use MODX, I was basically coding sites by myself, or basically the backend of the websites, and it turned out to be really difficult to figure out all the URLs and the managing of the resources and documents and images. So I was looking for something else, something which would help me, and there was a lot of stuff on the market like Joomla and WordPress and other things, Drupal at that time, but nothing seems to fit because I wanted creative freedom. Basically, I wanted to connect my site, which I designed the way I wanted it, to some management system and not to bend some pre-made template to my design. So MODX somehow materialized and filled all the things or all the features and all the requirements I needed at that time. So I started using MODX. Why I chose MODX? Basically, the first thing was the easy way to configure friendly URLs on the server and to assign them to the pages. And it worked basically out of the box. It was super simple to set up. The other things were the document lifecycle, basically, because publishing and unpublishing and setting this in or programming it by yourself is a tedious task. And the third thing I would point out is basically the super advanced caching, basically, from MODX, because it caches the rendered pages and loads them afterwards super quickly. Installing MODX is super simple. You basically download a zip file, and if you have a Apache and MySQL server handy already, you just upload the files and run the setup and follow the instructions. I never had any issues if the server was modern, so doing this is really extremely simple. And in the newer versions, it makes the whole thing even more convenient because there are languages you can choose from, and the whole setup is really straightforward. So I wouldn't shy from trying this. I would say yes, it is simple. It is very simple. Well, if you're considering MODX, I would first look at what do you really want to do with your site. If you need a website builder, then MODX is definitely not the tool to use. But if you want something to manage your website or manage your content inside of a website or play with basically APIs and are profound with some PHP, then you should definitely start using MODX. Or if you want to amaze your clients with a super simple interface and a very, very logical structure of the document tree or basically the website tree or structure, then MODX is definitely the right tool. And if you want advanced features such as media management and the document lifecycle, like publishing and unpublishing to a specific time, then yes, MODX once again is the right tool. And there is a ton of plugins which extend the functionality of MODX. And I think you can find pretty much everything or any feature you are looking forward to use in a modern website.